Is bread survival food? Welcome and thank you for joining this presentation titled, Is Bread Survival Food? Evaluating bread's role in emergency nutrition. In times of crisis, whether natural disasters, conflict, or supply chain disruptions, access to reliable food becomes a critical concern. Emergency nutrition planning requires more than just calories. It demands foods that are shelf-stable, nutrient-dense, and easy to store and transport. Bread is one of the most widely consumed foods in the world. It's familiar, accessible, and deeply rooted in cultural traditions. But does that make it a viable survival food? Today, we'll explore this question through a structured lens, examining bread's historical role, nutritional profile, and practical considerations in emergency contexts. Our goal is to determine whether bread can stand alone as a survival staple, or whether it must be part of a broader, more balanced food strategy. Agenda. Key topics to explore. Here's what we'll cover in this presentation. Introduction. Understanding survival food essentials. We'll define what makes a food suitable for emergencies. History and cultural significance of bread in survival. We'll explore how bread has sustained populations through hardship and scarcity. Nutritional value and limitations of bread. We'll assess what bread provides and what it lacks in terms of essential nutrients. Practical considerations for bread as survival food. We'll examine shelf life, storage, portability, and preparation. Conclusion. Bread's role in survival, strengths and shortcomings. We'll summarize bread's place in a well-rounded emergency food plan. Section 1. Understanding survival food essentials. Let's begin by defining what qualifies a food as suitable for survival situations. Essential energy and nutrients. Survival foods must provide reliable energy and essential nutrients to sustain individuals during emergencies. This includes carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Non-perishable and long shelf life. Foods must be shelf-stable, with the ability to last for extended periods without refrigeration or spoilage. Easy storage and transport. In emergencies, food must be easy to store and move, especially when mobility is necessary or infrastructure is compromised. These criteria form the foundation for evaluating any potential survival food, including bread. Section 2. Overview of bread as a commonly available staple. Bread is one of the most widely consumed foods globally. It is typically made from wheat or other staple grains and is a dietary cornerstone in many cultures. Global bread consumption. Bread's ubiquity makes it a familiar and comforting food during crises. Availability as emergency food. Its widespread production and distribution make it a candidate for emergency food supplies. Suitability for survival. However, its effectiveness as a survival food depends on its nutritional content and how well it can be stored under emergency conditions. Section 3. Criteria for evaluating survival foods. To assess bread's viability, we must apply 4 key criteria. Nutritional adequacy. The food must provide the essential nutrients needed to maintain energy and health. Storage, stability. It must resist spoilage and maintain quality over time, even in variable conditions. Ease of preparation. In emergencies, food should require minimal preparation and resources. Portability. It should be lightweight and easy to carry, especially when mobility is required. Bread's performance against these criteria varies depending on the type and preparation method. Section 4. History and cultural significance of bread in survival. Bread in ancient societies and rationing. Bread has long been a staple food in ancient civilizations. It provided essential calories for daily sustenance and was often central to rationing systems during times of scarcity. Its ability to support large populations made it a cornerstone of societal stability during hardship. Iconic examples. Hardtack and military rations. Hardtack, a dense, dry bread, was used extensively by sailors and soldiers due to its long shelf life. Though it offered minimal nutrition, its durability made it a practical survival food in harsh conditions. This illustrates how bread has been adapted to meet survival needs. Bread in refugee and crisis contexts. In modern humanitarian crises, bread continues to serve as a vital relief food. It is familiar, easy to distribute, and provides immediate sustenance. However, it is not nutritionally complete and must be supplemented with other foods to ensure a balanced diet. Section 5. Nutritional value and limitations of bread. Essential nutrients provided by bread. Bread is a primary source of carbohydrates, offering energy essential for daily activity. Whole grain breads also provide dietary fiber, which supports digestion and gut health. Additionally, they contain small amounts of protein, vitamins, and minerals. What bread lacks? Protein, vitamins, and minerals. Despite these benefits, bread has limitations. It contains low levels of protein, which is essential for muscle repair and immune function. It lacks essential fats, which are critical for brain health and energy balance. It is deficient in key vitamins and minerals, making it inadequate as a sole food source. Bread varieties and their nutritional differences. Whole grain bread offers more fiber and nutrients. Fortified bread enhanced with added vitamins and minerals. White bread, lower in fiber and nutrients. Choosing the right type of bread is crucial when considering its role in survival nutrition. Section 6. Practical considerations for bread as survival food. Shelf life and storage requirements. Fresh bread spoils quickly and is unsuitable for long-term storage. Specially prepared bread, hardtack, and freeze-dried bread have extended shelf lives, making them more viable for emergencies. Proper storage. Even preserved bread requires appropriate storage to maintain quality and prevent spoilage. Preparation and portability in emergencies. Bread is ready to eat, requiring no preparation, an advantage in emergencies. However, bulky or perishable types are less practical for transport. Compact survival foods often outperform bread in terms of portability and storage efficiency. Comparing bread to alternative survival foods. Balanced nutrition. Alternatives like energy bars, dried legumes, and canned goods provide more complete nutrition. Shelf stability. These foods also offer longer shelf lives. Complementary role of bread. Bread should be viewed as a supplement, not a replacement for more balanced survival foods. Section 7. Conclusion. Bread's role in survival. Summary of bread's advantages and disadvantages. Advantages. Bread is accessible, energy-rich, and culturally significant. Disadvantages. It has a short shelf life and lacks essential nutrients. Balanced survival planning. Bread alongside other foods. Bread can serve as a staple energy source. It must be paired with protein-rich foods, vitamin-dense options, and long-lasting supplies to ensure nutritional adequacy. Final thoughts on bread's place in survival strategies. Bread is a convenient and familiar emergency food, but it is not nutritionally complete. Its role in survival planning should be complementary, not central. By understanding its strengths and limitations, we can integrate bread thoughtfully into a resilient and balanced emergency food strategy. Conclusion. Let's conclude with a focused reflection on bread's place in survival strategies. Bread as energy source. Bread provides a familiar and accessible source of energy, which is essential in survival situations. Its carbohydrate content delivers quick fuel for the body, especially when other food options are limited. Nutritional supplementation. Despite its energy value, bread alone cannot meet all nutritional needs. It requires supplementation with other foods rich in protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals to support overall health during emergencies. Storage management. Bread's usefulness depends heavily on how it's stored. Fresh bread spoils quickly, but preserved forms like hardtack or freeze-dried bread can extend its viability. Proper storage techniques are critical to maintaining its quality and safety. Emergency preparedness. Bread should be thoughtfully integrated into emergency food plans. It serves best as a complementary item, providing comfort, energy, and familiarity, while other foods supply the full spectrum of nutrients required for long-term survival. In summary, bread is not a standalone survival food, but it plays a meaningful role when combined with a balanced and well-managed emergency nutrition strategy.